Look, 70% of your communication is nonverbal, meaning how you move says a lot more than what you use with your mouth. This is why, as a man, these 7 body language tricks every guy should know. For example, how you enter the room. Let me show you. So many guys, this is the room, right? You got a crowd. Imagine there's a lot of people here. They'll walk in, immediately go to a corner where they feel comfortable. They put their back against the wall. Shoot, you can't even see me because that's what most of you dudes do. Your back's against the wall. That's you. That's you. Nah, bro. No, absolutely not. We're going to do it again, right? When you walk in, head high, shoulders back, you're looking, you're smiling, hello, hello, you're making contact. You don't have to do the arm thing. What I'm saying is you're making eye contact with people in the room, you're smiling, and you go into the heat of it all. I'm talking dead center, right? You're making that eye contact. You can go up and start greeting people. If it's a networking event, you can introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, blah, 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 blah. If it's a friend of a friend group, you can introduce yourself, especially like weddings, this happens a lot. Oh, whose side are you on? And then you start to talk about what you guys do. Look, the point is, when you go into a room, you walk with confidence. It takes you to number 2, how you sit and how you stand. You can tell a lot about a man when it comes to this. So many guys will find a chair and they'll cramp themselves up. They'll do the same thing when they stand. Super tight. Nah, absolutely not. Take the space you need. Your power stance is shoulder width apart. We know this in weightlifting, right? Every major lift, you're usually shoulder width apart because that's where you're strongest. That's where you're planted, right? You got that good base. Nobody's going to push you over. Visually, that's what you want to see. You look powerful. You look dominant. So always keep your feet shoulder width apart. Sit the same way. If you need to man spread a little bit, it's okay to man spread and claim the space that you need. Obviously, do keep in mind if it's a crowded room, be conscious. But for the most part, you have the room, you can take it. Eye contact. Number 3, powerful. Powerful. In every conversation, male or female, I don't care, you keep that eye contact. A good rule of thumb, because I know some of you are thinking, man, it's so awkward just staring. Yeah, it is awkward if I just hold my eyes here. You gotta be fluid with it. See, like you're moving around. I'm gonna do it about 80% of the time. I do it when I'm talking to you with videos. Like I'll look to the side, I'll think a little bit, usually horizontally, right? I'll never look down, and then back to you. You can do this with conversation as well. And if you're just getting, you saw I just did it there without me even thinking about it. Because most of the time, you're not going to be locked in 100% of the time. That's just creepy. You're going to want to be fluid with it, right? You're comfortable, but you're looking the person in the eye. And a good trick to do, put on sunglasses. I've told you time and time again. You put on a physical blocker, and it acts like a shield. Don't ask me why. You feel it immediately. I'm already feeling a little bit more attractive. That confidence boost, it's felt, right? But the physical blocker itself gives you more confidence to be able to connect with people so you don't feel as awkward. This is why glasses, it's a powerful accessory that if you do not have, you're missing out. They make you look more attractive. They make you look more stylish, and it is a body language hack. 4, use open hand gestures. I do this a lot when I talk as well. See, for example, the modern handshake that we know today, that was developed so you could enlist trust in the other person so they could see you're not hiding any weaponry. That's why we also don't feel comfortable when you see people with their hands in their pockets or hands in their hoodies because you don't know what they could potentially be hiding. Yo, that happened to me. I've talked about this before. A guy actually pulled out a gun on me. He was wearing a hoodie, and lo and behold, he came with his hands in his pocket like this, and out of there, he pulled a Glock. The point is, you never know what people are hiding. That's why we feel so insecure when we see hands being hidden and men are approaching us. That's why you need to do the opposite. When I'm talking to you, use your hands as you speak. You can add more charisma as you talk. You can add more value to your conversation on top of when you're exposing your palms or using open hand language, you're adding trustworthiness. And that makes you more likable. 5, pause. Literally, in the middle of a conversation, it doesn't matter what you're doing, pause. This works at any time. Romantically, for a comedic effect, for a dramatic effect, use the pause. But what the pause does is it puts you in the driver's seat of the conversation. You are now in control and you look more confident. It also allows you to think. See, let's say you were thrown a difficult question. You need to think a little bit. Pause. See, now they're doubting why they threw that difficult question at you. Now they are insecure even though they asked you the question. But all you're doing is not only, 1, breaking them down, you're thinking of a good-ass response. You're adding dramatic effect, and you're looking confident. You can do this anywhere. 6, avoid fidgeting. See, fidgeting is usually a sign of insecurity and anxiety. It almost never looks good. And this is coming, dude, I have ADD, so I'm always fidgeting, playing around, touching things. That's just what I do. I'm always distracted, right? But you need to understand how body language is perceived. And in social interactions, when your leg is shaking, right? When you can't stop moving, it's usually that you're nervous. It's usually that you're anxious. And the best thing you can do, especially if you are feeling anxious, is go back to a feeling of something good. A moment where you felt good, warm inside. I don't know, maybe your mom making you hot chocolate on Christmas Eve. Whatever the memory is, think of that. It relaxes your nerves a little bit, and it helps you control your body mechanics. Ultimately, rolls us to number 7. Raise your chin up, expose your left side. This is key. See, what this does is, scientifically proven, shows off the best facial side that you have, but it also makes you look more confident. Too many guys walk with their chin down or tucked in. You need to be up here, right? Chin's almost pointing outwards. This is where you're at almost all the time. You look taller, you look more dominant, you look more confident, and it gives you that jawline definition, which is gonna make you look better.